Well, hello again and welcome to another Wainwright walk with a local lad. And we're in the Southern Fells, Wrynose Pass behind me just there, and the sun's just coming up over the top of Wetside Edge. A bit of a magical mystery tour this, because I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to go. I'm certainly going to go up Pike, and then we'll see how time's doing as to where we go from there. So that's the initial plan. Let's get on. Well, it's time to shed a layer or two. Got quite a bit of height gained, and that's called Pike. We can still see Wrynose Pass. But we can see over the top of Wetside Edge now, and the hill just below the sun, if you can see the sun, is Wetherlam. Yeah, it's supposed to be blue skies and sunny all day. There's not much sign of that at the minute. Well, I was just trying to think if I've ever been up Pike from Wrynose Pass. And I'm not sure I have. I generally have come up from Oxendale, top end of Langdale. Anyway, it's a fantastic view from here. I'll let you see that now. So that's Pike. Down the bottom here we've got Red Tarn. So called because there's some old iron mine workings on here. So you can no doubt see how red the soil is. And this bluey colour stuff here, these are scraps of iron ore. So like I say, that's why it's called Red Tarn. Anyway, we're away off up here, and then I've got a decision to make when I get, I don't know, quarter of a mile or more just up this path. So, yep, see you up there. Well, we're not quite at the point where I have to make a decision, but we're not far off. Behind me there we've got the Langdale Pikes, Pike a Stickle, Thurnica Knot, Loft Crag and Harrison Stickle. It's flat calm, absolutely flat calm. Anyway, we'll crack on. Pike a Blisco, and then coming around looking at the way we've just come up and down to Red Tarn. Oh, right, well that's decision made. I'm going to go up onto Crinkle Crags, we'll go to the top and then come back and do Pike on the way back. But I'm just going to take 5 here and have a bit of a breather. This next bit always seems interminable. Anyway, we'll get there, won't we? Won't we? We're close to the top of the first crinkle. The top of Crinkle Crags is that one over there. So we've got a drop down and a climb up. I'm not going any further than the highest one. If I'm brutally honest, well, I'll tell you a little story. Yesterday we went for a low-level walk in Langdale, and I was gazing up here. The person I was with said, "You'd like to be up there, wouldn't you?" I said, "Yeah, I would, but I have my doubts as to whether I'll ever get up there again." So I'm not up there yet. Good job I've got dark glasses on, I can tell you. I'm not up there yet, but I think I'll get there. So I'll bring you back up there. So this is the bad step, which gives access to the highest crinkle and the summit of Crinkle Crags. I think I'm right in saying this is the first time I haven't gone up that way, but I certainly aren't going up that way today. I'm going to take the bypass path which skirts under the crags and goes up by a grassy rake. Well, I've made it. That's the top of Crinkle Crags, and that's the highest mountain I've been up since I was very ill, nearly 3 years ago. And like I say, even yesterday I didn't think I'd ever be up places like this again. A real bonus. Got the Langdale Pikes behind the cairn there. It's a cracking day. It's beautiful. Now then, I've come out onto this spur because it's got a fantastic view of the Scafell range. Slight side, Scafell, Scafell Pike, on towards Great End. I'm probably blocking the view a bit. It's probably one of the best views in England, I would say. I might be biased. Anyway, I'm going to make my way back. I'll try a contour path round the first crinkle and then head over to Coal Pike. There's a contented Herdwick there. That's what my granddad used to call me when I was 9 or 10. I had long hair then. Not like now. Right, well there's Coal Pike. More of an upland stroll than a climb. But I think, well I know, There's some wet ground between here and there. I've already just come through some, my feet are a bit damp now. Anyway, so before this last bit, my feet were damp, but now they're wet. And they ain't gonna dry out in the next few yards neither. Well, Coal Pike's looking a bit closer now. Only visited by hardened peak baggers. Final few metres. That's the top of Coal Pike. So it's interesting to compare paths. This one, which is probably the main path up Coal Pike other than the branch off the Crinkle Crags path, and the Crinkle Crags path. You can see the difference in the amount of traffic. Well, human traffic, that is. Aye. The main peaks get all the attention. Well, I'm just taking 5, sat on this boulder, admiring the view down towards Ambleside, down Little Langdale. I can almost see my car, but not quite. Anyway, we're dropping off the south ridge of Coal Pike now, and then we'll cross below Red Tarn and meet the path we used on our outward route. Well, I know I was going to say that I'd see you down at the path over yonder. Well, this is such a splendid view. I couldn't resist letting you see this. So, Red Tarn down here in the bottom, Pike Blisco and Pike Stickle. I don't know whether it's in shot, but way over there in the distance you've got Skiddaw Little Man. Well, that's me back on the path I used to go on by Red Tarn and on the way out. So that's been a cracking day, a good walk, and on a purely personal level I've proved to myself that I've still got a bit of determination and willpower, and I suppose motivation. All things that sometimes you think are slipping away. Anyway, enough of that very morbid what have you. On a happier note, I'd just like to say thanks very much for everyone who's subscribed recently. There's been a lot of new subscribers, so thank you very much. Thanks for everyone who watches, and I hope you've enjoyed this Wainwright walk with your local lad. I'll see you next time. I'm not sure which requires the most energy, climbing the mountains or doing the filming. I hope you appreciate my wet feet.